happy Thursday. So chilled one today. I was a bit undecided what to do because I've got quite a lot of races coming up. So Tiverton this Sunday, then the following weekend I'm in Scotland, week's gap, and then I'm in the Isle of Man. So I was undecided whether I was going to go anywhere quite far away or substantial riding, just because I wanted to be fresh and not like exhausted by the time I actually get to proper races. So I've come to my local little hill, a little spot where people build things. It changes quite often because people build stuff that gets taken down, they build it again, take it down, and they've done quite a lot of building since the last time I was here. There's a couple of little wooden drops that weren't here before, and it looks like they're building a bit of a gap jump into a step up, or it might go the other way around. I'm not entirely sure. If it's a gap jump rather than a step up, then the landing is quite severe for the actual drop, so I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't look finished, so I'm not going to ride that today anyway. I've also brought my hardtail rather than my full suspension because I haven't ridden that for ages and I really want to have a go on it. I miss riding that bike, so it's really good. There's one little bit of an issue though, the front wheel's a bit wobbly. Might be the bearing, so I have to go a little bit easy, but that's good actually because that's what I'm supposed to be doing, so at least I won't get carried away. So some little bits of unfinished trail here. They've sensibly blocked it off so no one comes flying off and goes over the gap, but I'm going to guess that this is not finished as there's still bits of wood and rubble in the middle of it. I don't know if you can see, but over there, that's the bit where I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a step up or a landing for a drop. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, you're coming into it with not really that much speed, especially if you've come from this direction. Having said that, once this section is built properly, it may well be that you can really hold speed in your line off there into that, which may well be what they're building, but we'll have to come back in a month or so and see what happens. Some of the other trails that I've ridden before have pretty much disappeared. There's some other lines, but I think that's so that they can have this feature over here, which is fine because when this is finished, that will actually be really good and something quite decent to practice on. Little wooden drop thing over there, and there's another one a little bit further up that I don't think you can see on the camera. So yeah, I finished having a look around. I'm gonna get the bike and we'll push up and do a little bit of riding. So we're going to try this little wooden drop off. Can't do the whole trail because they've built it. They've got this massive, great big wooden kicker, which is like a really severe dirt jump type kicker, which, well, I can't even see me doing that on the full sus, let alone this. So that's where I'm currently sitting is behind me, and then in theory you'd have speed to get around quite a shallow berm up here, drop down and off this one. But without the speed from the drop, you're going to have to pedal quite hard uphill. So we'll just do this one and see what it's like. Nice. Oh, found another bit as well. Come off that and, well, I don't know. It looks like basically they're doing an awful lot of building here, which is good. So as I mentioned before, I'm just going to have to come back and have another look. So I had a little scout about. I've done the same section a few times, done different camera angles and stuff, and had a little practice. That was really good. So as you can see, I've just pushed up a hill, this hill. It's not very long, and it probably doesn't look that steep on the camera, but it's actually quite difficult to get up, hence the puffing. So we're going to do the trail from here, go to the end of it, which admittedly is not very long, but then go and have a drink, and then we'll look at a different section of trail. Little bit more filming done. Really enjoyed that actually, just playing around with the camera and doing the same thing over and over again from some different angles, so that was good. I'm actually having a really chilled day, which is what I was supposed to do, so spot on for that. I've found a really shady bit, and this is where I've been sessioning because it's really out of the sun. The trails actually start from the very top of this hill, but that will be absolutely brutal in the sun today, which is why I haven't gone up there. It's quite a pedal, so it's like you can make this hill a really challenging route if you want to go up and down, because there's some trails across the other backside which is really steep and loamy, but it's quite a climb from here, which is normally fine, but there is no shade, it will be completely exposed, and I can see how bright it is through the tree cover, so going up there would just be disgusting today and would probably ruin the rest of the stuff that I've done. So we'll stick in here in the trees. I'll do a couple of full trails, which again, like I said earlier, aren't very long, but they're quite good fun, and it's good to session because you can get them everything perfect, because they're not long trails. It's not like it takes you 3 or 4 minutes to do them, it's like 30 seconds, so you can practice again and again and again without using up too much time, so that's really good. I did have a little bit of an issue a few minutes ago because I got this GoPro battery stuck. I went to pull it out of the GoPro, obviously, and the end bit came off in my hand like this. So I had a little bit of a panic because I thought that was going to be the end of the GoPro with a battery stuck inside of it. I don't know whether it melted or something, because it is like really hot, and it had not been in the sun, but it had been on off, maybe in my pocket, so perhaps it did get hot, not sure. But anyway, I've rescued it, got another battery in, and I'll probably be throwing that one in the bin. So I'm going to go down the left-hand line now. I can't really remember much about it or where the line actually takes you. It probably takes you somewhere different to the last time I went down it anyway. But all I can remember is that it's steeper. So we'll go and have a look down. Not much grip there. So that's me. I've a couple of hours out the house when I didn't really feel like doing 15 minutes out the house today. Very unmotivated, but I've had a great time, and hopefully some of the clips that I've taken today come out quite well. I felt good on the bike. It was so nice to be on the hardtail, so I'm really pleased that I came out. See you soon.